Let's take some more examples. I have some doubts that you really need this. I will show you one example by using this one, and then I will use this one. If you will understand what I mean later, then it's enough just to remember this pattern of the cube of a binomial. Let's see. Do you remember what I did here? I did minus there, plus, minus, and then minus again for the last, because I followed this pattern. I am going to use the same example, and then we're going to use this pattern. Okay, 4c minus d. We have 4c minus d cubed. I will follow the first pattern, but I will consider all the symbols, the negative symbols or the minus symbols. So we have 4c cubed, we have plus 3 multiplied by 4c squared multiplied by negative d. Because of this, I will consider even the negative. Plus 3a, we have the 4c, and then we have d, we have negative d squared, plus we have negative d raised to the power of 3, or the cube of negative d. And then we have still 64c cubed minus because of this negative there, and we have positive there. We have 4 squares. The square of 4 is 16. We have 48 c squared d, and then we have the square of d will be positive. That's why we have 12c d squared, and then the cube of negative is always negative, d cube, or the cube of d. If we compare what we have here, then we have the same answer, but this one is more cleaner in sense. So we can use, you can just memorize the first term, but you need to consider all the terms, then you get the same answer. Other as is application of the cube of a binomial is, for example, your teacher said that you're going to multiply 99 raised to the power of 3. Then you can express this as 100 minus 1 raised to the power of 3. Then you can use this pattern. The first, we have 100 raised to the power of 3 plus 3 times 100 square of that multiplied by minus 1, and then 3 multiplied by 100 and then minus 1 square, and then we have plus 3 multiplied by negative 1 squared. Then we have 1 million, or 10 raised to the power of 6 plus, or that minus, that will be minus because of the negative 1. So minus 3 multiplied by 10,000, and then plus 300. And then we have negative 3. You can use your calculator to calculate the sum, or the difference, the sum and difference of these terms. Let's see if we can make another application or another example. not necessarily an application. We will try 3x minus 5y, for example, raised to the 3, not 3, 3. We have the first term, 3x raised to the power of 3, and then the second term, 3 times the first term, 3x raised to the power of 2, multiplied by negative 5y. And then the third term now is plus 3 multiplied by the first term, 3x, multiplied by negative 5y, the square of that, raised to the power of 2, and then plus the last term. Now we have negative 5y raised to the power of 3. So we have 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. X raised to the power of 3. And then we have 9 times 3 is 27 times 5. What will be? That will be negative anyway. X squared y. 27 times 5. 5, 35, and then we have 135. 135. And then the next term is 9 times 5. That's 45. Now, sorry, it's 25 times 9. 25 times 9. We have 45, 4, 18, 22. 225. 45, 18, 22. And that is positive because negative 5 times negative 5 will be positive. 225xy squared. And then we have negative 125 y raised to the power of 3. I hope it became clearer. As I said in my first video in this, the next will be factors.